So things are changing extremely rapidly here in the US. In fact, we're in a much different time than we were at just a year ago when it comes to ADA, when it comes to crypto in general. We've dealt with this big pushback for quite some time. And now we might be seeing this shift towards this big embrace, this wanting to keep innovation and development here in the US, which we've said needs to happen. Now, the biggest thing we've been fighting against is the SEC. We know that the SEC has been on this big tirade trying to just, go after basically everybody in the crypto industry, trying to assert their will. And I've said at some point this will be stripped. At some point, someone's going to step in and say, no, you're done. And the great news is that we're starting to see that actually develop. Now, yesterday there was this big vote that went through the House. This was on FIT 21, and this actually passed 279 to 136. We've never seen this level of bipartisanship when it comes to a crypto bill. This is a massive, massive support for what is taking place. Now, for those that aren't familiar with this, what this is supposed to be doing is it would establish a regime to regulate the U.S. crypto markets, setting consumer protections, installing the CFTC as a leading regulator of digital assets and the watchdog of non-securities spot markets, and it would more clearly define what makes a crypto token a security or a commodity. So the SEC's unchecked power is being checked. It's being checked at the door. In fact, SEC Chair Gary Gensler came out and said he's strongly against the legislation in a public statement, arguing the bill wasn't needed and endangered existing securities regulations. So now they're even feeling this pressure as well. Now, why this is a big deal is if we look back just a year ago, we know that this cloud of the SEC was very, very prevalent. In fact, this drop that we saw during the bear market cycle in June of 2023 was caused by the SEC. It was caused by the SEC coming in and going after exchanges, in fact, naming ADA as an alleged security. Remember, there are still a lot of assets that have been named as securities that haven't had court cases come through or anything like that. But this provides a big sense of much needed clarity in the crypto industry. Some of these coins that may have had stifled market cycles so far may have some freedom to run if this does continue to make it through. Now, know that this does mean a few things here. This means that exchanges may be more in the clear. It means that, obviously the CFTC is going to be in there as a system of checks and balances, and they're much more crypto friendly. We know that from, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, right? And what this shows now is, those companies that have been questioning, hey, how do I register? And the SEC has provided them no answers. Well, they now are going to have a way to essentially self-certify, right? This is a very, very big deal. Now, know that we still have to get through the Senate when it comes to this. The great thing about this is the President Joe Biden has not said he was going to veto this. So, and really at this rate, based on these votes, it doesn't look like it would matter anyways, because if the Senate passes this through on this same level of bipartisanship, then a supermajority can set in. You can actually overturn a presidential veto with this kind of sway towards the yay vote, right? So this is a big, big change that is now possibly going to be taking place for the crypto industry here in the US. And this opens up the door to, again, much bigger embrace of crypto, the much higher likelihood of faster adoption, right? Because there are people that, have seen all the SEC headlines and pushback on crypto and things like that. Well, if there's now this big embrace, guess what happens? Switch flips for a lot of people. We're not following the same path that we're starting to see abroad as many other countries move towards this commodities-driven direction or thought when it comes to crypto. I'd still like it to be, considered digital assets, but can't always get what you want, right? But I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.